Good morning, students all. In the last class, we are discussing about the horizontal motion shortcuts. Motion in the straight line lesson, horizontal motion shortcuts we are discussing. What are completed up to now? If a body is having displacement Sm in the nth second and Sn in the nth second, then what is the acceleration of the body? Means Sm minus Sn by m minus n. A body started from rest and moving with uniform acceleration. Second one, in nth second it traveled a distance Sn, and in n seconds it traveled a distance S. Then Sn by S is equal to 2n minus 1 by n square. Next, a body is moving with third one, a body is moving with uniform acceleration. At the point P, its velocity is u. At the point Q, its velocity is v. At the midpoint, what is the velocity? Means root of u square plus v square by 2. Some more shortcuts are there in horizontal motion. Write that one. Fourth one, a bullet loses 1 by nth of its velocity when traveled through a wooden plank. The number of such planks required to completely stop the bullet is capital N is equal to n square by 2n minus 1 or capital N is equal to n by 2 plus 1. This is the shortcut. A bullet loses 1 by nth of its velocity when traveling through a wooden plank. The number of such planks required to completely stop the bullet. Here, one wooden plank is there. Okay, one bullet entered in this with some velocity u. It loses 1 by nth of its velocity means after coming from the plank, velocity of the bullet becomes u minus u by n. Velocity not becomes u by n. It loses 1 by nth of its velocity means remaining velocity of the bullet it is having is u minus u by n. Like this, some planks we used. This is first plank, second plank, like this. Some n planks we used, such that what happened after coming from this, velocity of the bullet will becomes 0. How many not coming out? There it is last. It is resting in the last plank. How many planks are required to completely stop the bullet? Means shortcut will be n square by 2n minus 1 or n by 2 plus 1. How that is came? See how we derived that formula. We will use the formula v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Initial velocity of the bullet is how much? This is wooden plank. This is u. After coming from it, how its velocity, how much it becomes? U minus U by n. This will be final velocity, this will be initial velocity. Okay, I am assuming x is the thickness of the plank, one plank. So what will happen if we use that one? U minus U by n whole square, final velocity. Initial velocity will be U square is equal to 2a into thickness. How much thickness it is there means x, like that I am assuming. Now we used capital N planks, so that bullet came to rest. Let it be equation 1. So 0 final velocity, initial velocity U square is equal to 2a into nx. I used capital N number of planks, 5 planks I used, 6 planks I used, such that finally it came to rest. So how final velocity will be 0, initial velocity is u, number of planks s place we had to take nx. Divide this two, 1 divided by 2. In this 2, I am taking u square as the common. If we take u square as the common, 1 minus 1 by n square in this. If you take u out, it becomes u square because square is there. 1 minus 1 by n square. Here it will be minus 1 divided by minus u square. This one minus is there, is equal to 2ax by 2a nx. U square will common, this minus will goes to numerator, so it becomes 1 minus 1 by n square whole square. Finally the minus of minus means the 1 minus 1 by n whole square is equal to, this is 1 by n. Okay, then try to expand it. How much we will get to see? One minus 1 plus 1 by n square minus 2 by n is equal to 1 by capital N. A minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab. Then this value will be, if we do this one, so 1 minus 1 by n square plus 2 by n is equal to 1 by n. 1 minus 1 will cancel. So this is LCM. If you take here n square, this is minus 1, here 2n will be 1 by n. This is nothing but capital N is equal to n square by 2n minus 1. So in this way we will get this value. How many planks are required to completely stop the bullet? N square by 2n minus 1. For example, one problem is like this. A bullet loses 1/10 of its velocity. A bullet loses 1/10 of its velocity after traveling through a plank. The number of such planks required to completely stop the bullet is, okay, some answers are like this: 6, 5, 10, 8. What will be the answer? Means what is the shortcut I told? N square by 2n minus 1. N value will be 10. Not n is 1 by 10. N is 10. Remember, 1 by nth. So this value will be 10 square by 2 into 10 minus 1. 100 by 19. If you take this value, if you consider this value, measure this value, this will be 19, 5.2 something it will come, approximately. 19 5s are 95, na? Then 5 will be there, 50 means 19 2s are 38. So 5 planks is not enough to completely stop the bullet. More than one more plank is required. We can't get 0.2 plank, 0.3 plank, we can't get half plank like that. So 5.2 means 6 planks are required. 5 planks, they won't stop the bullet. Bullet will come out from that planks. 5.2 planks are required means how many planks are required means 6 planks will be required. If the point is clear, understanding. The number of planks required to completely stop the bullet means 6 planks. If you use this formula. Or one more simplified format will be n by 2 plus 1. N by 2 will be 10 by 2 plus 1. 10 by 2 is 5. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. Like this, we'll get the answer in 1 minute, more less than 1 minute. We can solve the problems. Okay? Next. 5th one you write down. Starting from rest, a body moves with uniform acceleration. Starting from rest, a body moves with uniform acceleration alpha for some time and retards with retardation beta and finally came to rest. The time of travel is t. The time of travel is t. Then one maximum velocity acquired. V max is equal to alpha beta t by alpha plus beta. maximum velocity acquired V maximum is equal to alpha beta t by alpha plus beta. Second one, displacement S is equal to 1 by 2 alpha beta t square by alpha plus beta. Okay. Next, average velocity is equal to V maximum by 2. These are the shortcuts. Mentally you prepare to learn the subject. What is there? All we have to discuss. Sir, I am weak in physics, I am less knowledge in physics. Now you give easy paper means they won't give in the final examination. What is there in the syllabus? You learn everything. If it is not understanding, spend more time on that. By birth we can't learn the language also. All will learn with some work, understanding. So you mentally prepare to learn the subject. 2 years time is there. Definitely all of you will make it as to fulfill your dreams. Definitely will make all of that. Okay, right. Starting from rest, a body moves with uniform acceleration alpha for some time and retards with retardation beta and finally came to rest. The time of travel is t. The maximum velocity acquired is alpha beta t by alpha plus beta. Displacement will be 1 by 2 alpha beta t square by alpha plus beta. Average velocity is equal to V maximum by 2. How these are came, we will discuss. At least you remember that shortcuts. Okay. Next. Okay, how these are came. Here what they are asking, see, a body is like this. It started from rest. Body started from rest, moving with uniform acceleration alpha. Means velocity is gradually increasing. Like that it traveled for some time. Here velocity will be maximum. At some moment onwards it is retarding. When it is retarding, when it starts retarding, at the time velocity will be maximum. Then it is retarding and finally it came to rest. Okay. The total time of journey will be t. I am assuming this time is t1. Let this time is t2. So time of acceleration is t1, I am assuming. Time of retardation is t2. Finally body came to rest. Then what is the maximum velocity acquired in terms of alpha, beta and t? If this total distance is s, you represent s in terms of alpha, beta and t. Like that questions will be there. Okay. So how that formulas are came, see. First, during accelerating part. During accelerating part means this. Okay, here to here. From V is equal to U plus AT. This is initial velocity, this is final velocity in accelerating part. This will be V maximum is equal to 0, initial velocity 0, alpha acceleration, and time we assumed as t1. So t1 is equal to v maximum by alpha. Let it be 1. Next, from v square minus u square is equal to 2as, vm square minus 0 is equal to 2 alpha s1, then s1 is equal to vm square by 2 alpha. Let it be equation 2. Like this we got t1 and s1 values in the accelerated motion. Next, during retarded motion, what will happen? This is the retarded motion. This will be initial velocity, this will be final velocity. Finally it came to rest here. So use the same formulas. From v is equal to u plus at, v value will be 0, u value is v maximum or vm you take, minus acceleration place you had to take minus beta. Why to take minus beta? Because body is decelerating. From this t2 is equal to vm by beta. Let it be equation 3. Okay. Next, we'll use these equations. Just remember this. This is second equation. We'll use that. Next, from v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So what we will get, see here, v, this is u, 0 square minus vm square, 2 into minus beta, this I am assuming as s2. This part distance I am assuming s2, this I am assuming as s1. Okay, then s2 is equal to vm square by 2 beta. Let it be equation 4. Okay, equation 1, equation 2, equation 3, equation 4. Accelerated motion we got 2 equations, retarded motion we got 2 equations. First we will find since total time of travel will be t1 plus t2. Here up to here, from here to here it will be t1. Here to here it will be t2. t1 plus t2 is equal to how much? T. t1 value how much we got? Vm by alpha. t2 value how much we got? Vm by beta. Take Vm as common. Then Vm into 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. Clear? Then T is equal to Vm into beta plus alpha by alpha beta. From this we got Vm is equal to alpha beta T by alpha plus beta. In this way we got the answer. Maximum velocity acquired in terms of alpha, beta and t, they will give alpha value. They will give beta value, they will give t value, they will ask to calculate maximum velocity. That value will be alpha beta t by alpha plus beta. Okay, that is first one. Next, displacement. Total displacement, yes, we assumed. To get that, since S is equal to S1 plus S2, total displacement is nothing but S1 plus S2, na? So S is equal to S1, how much we got? Vm square by 2 alpha. S2, equation 4, how much we got? Vm square by 2 beta. Okay? Yes. So S is equal to Vm square by 2 into 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. Vm square by 2 into beta plus alpha by alpha beta. Isn't it understanding? Just LCM. In this 2, I took Vm square by 2 common. Here 1 by alpha will be there. Here 1 by beta will be there. Vm square by 2 into beta plus alpha by alpha beta. We got Vm how much? Just now we derived. Alpha beta t by alpha plus beta. So alpha beta t by alpha plus beta whole square. This 2 I wrote here 1 by 2. Vm square. And this value is how much? Beta plus alpha is nothing but alpha plus beta same by alpha beta. Okay. So if you simplify this one, 1 by 2 alpha square beta square t square by alpha plus beta whole square, alpha plus beta by alpha beta. So 1 alpha plus beta, this square will cancel, this square will cancel, this square will cancel. Remaining how much is there? Alpha beta t square by 2 into alpha plus beta. That is the displacement. Clear? Next, average velocity means initial and minimum velocity and maximum velocity by 2 we had to take. Minimum velocity is 0, maximum velocity is Vm. So 0 plus Vm by 2 means average velocity will be Vm by 2, like this. Shortcuts will be there. Totally 5 shortcuts are there in horizontal motion. A is equal to Sm minus Sn by m minus 1, m minus n. Second one will be Sn by S is equal to 2n minus 1 by n square. V mid is equal to root of u square plus v square by 2. Number of bullets to stop the bullet, number of planks to stop the bullet means n by 2 plus 1. Capital N is equal to small n by 2 plus 1. Next, body moves with, started from rest, moves with acceleration alpha for some time, then retards and finally it came to rest. What is the maximum velocity acquired means? Alpha beta t by alpha plus beta. What is the displacement? Alpha beta t square by 2 into alpha plus beta. What is the average velocity? V maximum by 2. These shortcuts are enough for horizontal motion. Next we'll discuss about freely falling body. Next, freely falling body. How we will define the freely falling body? A body dropped in the air is called freely falling body. For example, this is a body which is dropped in the air. This is dropped in air. That body will be called freely falling body. A body dropped in the air will be called freely falling body. For freely falling body, there is no initial velocity, just we are dropping. So initial velocity is 0. What will be its acceleration? Its acceleration is equal to plus g. A body dropped in the air, that will be called as the freely falling body. For freely falling body, u value is equal to 0. What will be its acceleration? A is equal to g. Clear? I am assuming, let the height of the body is h. Then how the equations of motion will change for the freely falling body? Let us see. Okay. Write down all of you. For freely falling body. Okay, here in objective examination what will happen means all will be problems only. Physics means problems only. 45 questions are there. You may expect 2 or 3 theoretical questions. Remaining all will be problems only. Mentally you should be flexible to do the problems. How problem solving will improve means, what are the formulas are there in a particular chapter. If you learn all the formulas and all the terminology, and if you are applying that formulas, definitely problem solving skills will develop. All of you, for all of you. What is the strategy? Horizontal motion. How many formulas are there? You write down on the paper. You mug up all the formulas. Butify all the formulas. Learn the terminology. V is equal to U plus AT. This is the formula. What is U here? Initial velocity. V is final velocity. A is acceleration. T is time. Like this. When you prepare all the terminology, all the formulae, definitely problem solving will be easy only for you. It's not a big task. Definitely it will improve. Okay? Mentally you prepare for that to face the problems. Understanding? Sir, I want to do problems. Up to my 10th class only I prepared theory part only. I got good marks in the science. Is it possible to get the medical seat means chances will be 0. You have to learn how to do the problems, then only it will be possible. Okay? Time is there. We will train all to reach that medical seat. How? Definitely we know. I have 25 years of experience. Definitely I know how to take you to that destination. Just you take my hand and follow me. We'll take to the destination. Okay? Then for freely falling body, U is equal to 0 and A is equal to G. Then equations of motion. 4 equations of motion are there, na? What are that equations of motion? First one will be V is equal to U plus AT. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. Sn is equal to U plus A into N minus half. These are the 4 equations of motion. S is equal to H here. You write that one also. U is equal to 0. Comma A is equal to G. And S is equal to H. If we substitute these values in these equations, how much we will get? First equation, V is equal to GT. U 0 na, A will be G, V only. So V is equal to GT. Second equation, H is equal to, this is 0. U 0 means this term will 0. AG. So it becomes half GT square. T is equal to square root of 2H by G. That is T value. This is second equation of motion. Third, V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. It becomes V square is equal to 2GH. From this, V is equal to root 2GH. Fourth equation, Sn is equal to G into N minus half. So, equations of motion for a freely falling body will be this one. Clear? Some more models are there in the freely falling body. Already I told to you, this will be divided into 5 subtopics. First one will be distance displacement. Next, speed, velocity, average speed, acceleration. That will be second part. Horizontal motion will be third part, completed. Freely falling body will be fourth part. Fifth one will be vertically projected body. With that, synopsis will complete. Then we will start doing the problems. Everything will have some shortcuts, some formulae. By learning all of that, if we are trying to do the problems, it becomes easy. Okay, like that. So every chapter, some hours we will allot for discussing the synopsis and shortcuts and formulas. Later, how many problems are there in the exercise in the book, all we will discuss. Already materials are came. You come and collect the materials from the office, all of you. Because remaining in 2-3 lectures, this synopsis will complete. To do the problems, definitely book is required. Okay? We'll do like that. Okay, we'll stop now today.